Emotional honesty is rare not because people don't feel deeply, but because being honest about those feelings costs something. It costs comfort. It costs control. Sometimes it costs relationships that only survived because no one ever said the truth out loud. We live in a world where "I am fine" is safer than "I'm struggling," where being agreeable is rewarded more than being real, and where silence is often mistaken for strength. Most people don't lie about their emotions. They edit them. They water them down. They package them in ways that won't make others uncomfortable. "I don't care" often means I cared too much and it hurt. "I'm busy" sometimes means I don't have the energy to explain myself. "I'm over it" can mean I never processed it, I just buried it. Emotional honesty requires slowing down enough to actually feel what's happening inside you. And that's hard in a world that teaches you to stay distracted, productive, and moving. Because once you're honest with yourself, you can't unsee it. You can't pretend that friendship doesn't feel one-sided. You can't ignore that you're exhausted from always being the strong one. You can't keep showing up halfway in places where you want to be fully seen, so people choose performance instead. They smile when they're overwhelmed. They joke about pain they never healed from. They say it's not that deep about things that change them quietly. Not because they're fake, but because honesty feels risky when you don't know if it will be met with care. Emotional honesty asks dangerous questions. What do I actually feel? What do I need? What am I tolerating just to avoid being alone? And not everyone is ready for those answers. That's why emotionally honest people can feel lonely, even in rooms full of people. They notice the gap between what's said and what's felt. They hear what's missing in conversations. They sense when something is off, even when everyone else is laughing. They're not too sensitive. They're just paying attention. And when they finally speak honestly, not dramatically, not aggressively, just truthfully, it can make others uncomfortable. Because honesty mirrors back what people have been avoiding in themselves. So it gets labeled as too much, or negative, or overthinking. But emotional honesty isn't loud. It's quiet, steady, and brave. It sounds like, "I don't actually feel okay, and I don't need fixing, just understanding. I care about you, but this dynamic hurts me. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed, and that matters too. I don't have the capacity right now, and that doesn't make me a bad person." Emotionally honest people don't seek perfection. They seek alignment. They want their words to match their feelings, their boundaries to match their needs, their connections to be based on truth, not convenience. And yes, sometimes honesty costs them people. But it also saves them from slowly disappearing inside relationships where they were never fully present. Because the truth is, being emotionally honest isn't about oversharing. It's about self-respect. It's choosing clarity over confusion, peace over pretending, depth over performance. And while emotional honesty may be rare, it's also magnetic. It finds the people who can sit with discomfort, who can listen without defensiveness, who don't run when conversations get real. Those connections may be fewer, but they're real. And in a world full of filtered emotions and rehearsed responses, being honest with your feelings is not a weakness. It's one of the bravest things you can do.